meeting of the Winston-Salem Sister Cities group. Wow, this is fantastic tonight. I mean, we're going to have some surprises and some visitors and what can I say? I mean, right now I know we have at least 6, 7 people and more to join. Before we get started, though, I would like to have Michael Robertson kind of give us an overview of the last meeting and our treasurer's report. Michael?
Okay. The big thing from the last meeting was we had someone from the Winston-Salem ambassadors talk with us, and we're going to share space with them. We need to sort of flesh out exactly how that's going to be done, but that was a big thing. She joined us, and I can't remember the lady's name, but she's the chairperson of the Winston-Salem ambassadors, and we all had an opportunity to go around and ask her questions and get some clarification about the organization. And the other things are things that we're going to discuss for tonight, like the art contest and the other things. But from the treasurer's report standpoint, in savings, we have $60.05. And in the checking account, we have $288.05. I guess in total, that's $348.10 between the two accounts.
Okay. To bring up too, because it has something to do with the finances, we've been talking about the, and I'll have Michael go into that later, about the conference that's being held in Washington, D.C. And we had spoken about obtaining the back cover of the magazine in 4-color, and that Dr. Molnar, myself, and a few others have agreed to pitch in for that so that we can purchase that slot. And this is a very, very big conference in DC with sister cities. And this way we can kind of let everybody know who we are and where we are and what we do. So that's kind of, I'm looking forward to that. That should be very, very nice. Wow, we tried something here a few weeks ago, and it was very successful, and that's why we're trying to do it again this evening. We had our first international board meeting with Zhu Ling from Shanghai, China, and that turned out extremely well. And then this evening, we were going to have a gentleman who's going to be at our meeting from Buchanan City, Liberia, which of course is one of our sister cities. We've been very fortunate in having that relationship because we've been able to, meet with a lady who was a general, who was the mayor of Buchanan City, Liberia. And then we had a luncheon with the president of the country of Liberia. And as I told her when she was here, I said, wow, we've never had that before. That was really a biggie for us. I mean, we've not had a president of a country join our sister cities group. And that was fantastic. It was really, really great. And then tonight, Mr. Brown has just informed me that we have the ambassador from Buchanan City, Liberia. Wow, we've got the entire government representation from Liberia in the last year, I think. That's fantastic. Oh, we also have another gentleman from Liberia, an older gentleman. I think his name is James Hunder, something like that. I don't know. I'm just picking at James. James is was and still is, if he'd like to be, a member of our sister cities and representing Buchanan City. Mr. Brown is now our main representative from Buchanan City, of course. And wow, I mean, you know, what can I tell you? These guys, Hunter and Brown, I mean, these guys are workers. Some people want to be on a board to be on a board, but these gentlemen work hard. They put on an awful lot. They help so much. Last but not least, we've also just been joined by Mr. Taryn Tucker. Taryn's one of our board members, and Taryn handles all of our IT. And what we're trying to do, one of our goals, is to create an IT situation where we will promote our sister cities on our website and the different happenings that are happening in the sister city, like Buchanan City or Shanghai or Moldova, and then ask them if we can communicate back with them and they can promote us in their sister city, so that we can have more of a dialogue going back and forth, and we can stay in touch with each other and not just be sister cities in name only. Geez, I really don't know how to do this evening. This is kind of wild. So I think what I'm going to do, if Mr. Robinson, if the other gentleman from Buchanan happens to click on, I'll let you know, just in case. But if you don't mind, what I'm going to do is ask Mr. Brown if he would introduce Mr. Hunter, and then if Mr. Hunter wants to give a very brief intro, and then please, we really want to hear from the ambassador of Buchanan City. And then if you guys could kind of double team and let us know what happened today and all the different experiences and conversations you had with the head of this city in Winston-Salem. Mr. Brown?
Yes, again, thank you for having me to share with you tonight. I just want to make first of all, a point of correction that the ambassador is the ambassador of Liberia, not Buchanan. He's ambassador of the entire nation.
My apologies. Tell him I'm sorry that, tell him I'm the chairman in name only, not in my mind. I apologize.
That's okay. That's okay. All of us fall short and come short of the glory of God. So you're all right. But what I was going to say is, first of all, you said something about introducing Dr. Hunter. And I will do such and give him a chance to greet this body. And then I will also share with you the outcome from our meeting today with the city manager, Lee Garrity, and the assistant city manager, Aaron King. We met with them and shared some very important points that I believe that will help us be able to get the sister city involved and help us to move forward with some of the agendas and make a change in Winston-Salem and in Liberia as a whole. So we are excited about that news and how Sister City can be involved in making a difference. But first, let me get Dr. Hunter to greet the body, and then I will share with you the outcome from our meeting and then present to you the ambassador of Liberia. Dr. Hunter. Let me turn this thing around. Dr. Hunter, you're on. You're on, sir.
I'm on. Thank you. Thank you, folks. And Chairman Dave, long time, and I'm glad to join you guys this evening. I think this is a very unique opportunity, and I want to thank you for your leadership and for all you're doing. So this happened to be not a coincidence, and a very appreciative coincidence, and to have the ambassador with us. He's with us on a different level. But then, of course, I'm glad that Mr. Brown called in to inform you guys about his presence here, and I'm sure you'll be hearing from him. I'm very thrilled and very. I have been kept informed by President Brown. And the reason why I have not been actively involved is because I believe that is the trend of it. Mr. Brown is the president, current president. I'm board chair of LOP. So he is the one that actually is supposed to be on the board. And I didn't want us to kind of like try to dominate LOP. We have the president of the LOP, and then we have the chairman of the board. So I don't think that would be fair to other people. So that's why I'm staying back, and that's his time to shine. So I'm sure he's doing a very good work with you guys. So having said that, I'm assuming you do.
No, I'll do that.
Okay, and so that's what we are, and I can assure you that President Brown has been very much in touch with me. He informed me about the day-to-day activities of what I've been transparent in on the media and things like that, and I'm very appreciative for all you guys are doing. So I am being kept informed, and I want to commend you, Mr. Chairman Dave Lampert, for what you're doing, and my greetings to all of you. Thank you.
James, let me share something with you. Our sister cities is all inclusive, not exclusive. Okay. You are welcome here anytime you want to be. You can be with us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if you'd like to. I mean, we don't go so much on protocol. We have relationships, and we still have a very solid relationship with you. You've done a lot for the sister cities. And I don't want you to think that just because it follows a certain pattern that you can't be a part of this group. I mean, I know Mr. Brown feels the same way. So I'm really glad you're here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. I also want to caution you to be careful what you offer Dr. Hunter to be with you 24/7. I won't wish that on nobody.
I don't know if Mrs. Brown like that.
Wait a minute. There's a price though, and the price is he has to bring enough food to feed all of us.
So, but on a serious note, I really want to share with you the importance of our meeting today with the city manager, Lee Garrity, and assistant city manager, Aaron King. And what we discussed in that forum was to impart, one was we talk about the Happy Hill community and the reason to have an international structure, international center there in the Happy Hill area. Yeah, it's right across from the historic marker that we had put up in the Happy Hill area. So right at the corner of Liberia and Free Street. And so we had that discussion with them today, and seemed like that's going somewhere. We supposed to be getting in touch now with the housing authority to see where the possibility of being able to get that piece of property and have it rezoned for that purpose. However, one of the things that Mr. Garrity brought up is that I was mentioning that we are also part of Sister City, and he said that it would be a great idea to go to the Sister City and share with them some of the things that came out of our meeting, which is the will and the foresight and the dream per se of our ambassador from the last meeting we held with the Mayor Pro Tem, Denise Adams. Okay, and one of his concern and one of the things that he was pushing was to have communications between emergency services here in Winston-Salem and Liberia, fire department, police department, and in the medical area, for first responders, those sort of things. And so we, Mr. Garrity pointed out that it would be a great idea if the sister city can get involved with that project and introduce it to city council. And he wasn't aware that we were picking up the ambassador today for another thing that we have going on in Salisbury tomorrow. We are going to do a press release in Salisbury tomorrow. And so with that in mind, with the ambassador being here, and I knew that we was going to be having sister city meeting tonight, and I knew I was going to be sharing this information with the sister city as to what transpired today, our meeting was at City Hall. And so if the sister city will assist us in that area, that's one way to be, as a sister city, to be involved in what is going to happen in Liberia. And I'm going to present and introduce to you the ambassador, and he will also push forward on what I'm talking about, because realistically, it was his idea in the first place. And so I'm going to introduce him and let him greet the sister city and share his intentions and what his dream and what this is supposed to look like in his mind, his imagination. And so I'm going to introduce him and give him an opportunity to share with this body. And we are praying and hoping that at some point in the very near future, maybe a week or 2 weeks, what have you, that we'll be able to pick up and connect with the city council to be able to inform them of what we'd like to have happen. And so we're going to all team up together and make this happen for Liberia as a whole, not necessarily Buchanan, because all of Liberia are going to benefit from this effort. If we can get people talking and create this relationship with fire department, fire chief to fire chief, firemen to firemen, police to police chief, so on and so forth, EMS staff to EMS staff, those kind of things will really be fruitful. Because here's the point that I made to the city manager today. I said that if communication can be established, it creates hope. It creates hope. Even if they are talking by way of Zoom, it creates hope. And so I'm going to introduce the ambassador and let him speak to this group, and hopefully we can get something done together. Okay? So the next voice you will hear will be that of our ambassador from Liberia to DC, His Excellency George Pat. Hear ye him.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. I'd like to greet the City Council. It's just an honor and a privilege to be speaking and engaging with you in Winston-Salem at the invitation of the Liberian organization of the Pitman, Honorable Brown, which Honorable Brown has as the president, and Dr. Honda chairs as the head of the board. I was here not too long ago. I visited the Liberia Street on the Happy Hill. It's a fine community. We talked about it. I engaged with members of the City Council who were in attendance. I recall going to City Hall also and having a conversation there. I had raised the issue that perhaps we could strengthen our relationship further. If we were establishing partnership between the police here, fire service, emergency folks in the medical area, including in perhaps the field of education. And it would not just relate to Buchanan, the city of Buchanan, It would also include the largest city in Liberia, which is the city of Monrovia. The name Monrovia, you will recall, the name Monrovia it comes from James Monroe. James Monroe was your fifth president, and it was his name that Liberia used in his honor to name the city we call Monrovia. In fact, the mayor of the city of Monrovia arrived in the States today. He just called me about an hour ago. And so I'm looking for a possibility where we can even strengthen this relationship that we started with Buchanan and make it bigger, engaging also with the largest city in Monrovia. And in terms of partnership, I know there's a lot that can be done. We mentioned the police, the fire service, and communication being established between the institutions there and the ones here, and to see how we can make progress, how we can bring about development, how we can exchange ideas, how we can learn each other's culture, how we can train our folks, what assistance we can have. One last thing I might want to say also is that perhaps there are many people in the United States who know that Liberia was founded 200 years ago by free men of color. In 1822, when free men of color were in search of a home in Africa, they got on ships and went to Africa in search of a home. They founded what we now call Liberia. Liberia means the free land of everyone who can inhabit it. Anybody who wants to be free can live in Liberia. That was started 200 years ago. So this 2022, the government of Liberia, in partnership with the private sector, is celebrating the 200th year of the founding of Liberia. Now, if you went to Liberia, you will find names that we have here in the South. We have Greenville, we have Virginia, we have Maryland, Louisiana. I know the names in the South you'll find in Liberia, which folks, in fact, we understand some of the folks that came from Happy Hill were among the folks that were on the ships that went to Africa in search of a home. We have a couple of names. The original people who left from here and went to Liberia and went to Africa and founded Liberia. So we are inviting all of the members of the City Council to come to Liberia, to visit Liberia. You have an interest in partnering with Liberia, with Buchanan. And so we want to encourage you. It is an entire year celebration between the 14th of February to the 17th. The national official program will be held. But it's an entire year event where you can go in and come anytime in 2022. So we want to encourage you to come and visit Liberia. Some of the people that left from Salem, Winston-Salem, that went and served that country or who established it. The history is there. We want you to come and see what it did. It was through your help, the help of this country, that they went to Africa. And I'm glad that you, Honorable Brown and Dr. Honda, are working with you, collaborating with you. That's why I'm here, because we are proud of the work they're doing here, keeping in touch with the administration, government officials, and the private sector, including the City Council, involved in their discussions around Liberia. We hope they can get the help to build the international hall they're talking about. But I would not be surprised. I know Winston-Salem will help, because the record is there, what you've done for Liberia and what you continue to do. There are schools here that are providing scholarships for Liberian students here. We're building capacity. So we know that they will have friendly ears, people who will listen to them and take this message over to the larger group for assistance to build that international center. And again, just not to take much of the time, I'm inviting you to Liberia. We want a partnership between our institutions, and we look forward to working with you to get these things done. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let me share something with you that's been a dream of mine for a long time. I've been involved with sister cities for well over, oh Lord, I guess 10 to 12 years now. My dream has been that we come together and really help each other. Not just talk about it.
Yeah.
Not just say, well, gee whiz, we're sister cities. Well, big deal. What have we done for each other? What have we done to help each other grow and to help each other to help our fellow man? That, I think, is the key to the entire thing. I don't care what's going on in the world right now. My belief is that if you and I, and I say you and I meaning everybody, can come together, we can move mountains. We can do things that are just incredible. I think some of the folks that are with us tonight, they can attest to that. We've been going around in circles trying to figure out, how do we make this happen? How do we make this work? My belief is the way we do things is we have the entire group chime in on what they want to do and how they want to do it. But I can tell you this much, that I know from the medical standpoint that Dr. Molnar will be able to open the doors of Wake Forest University and Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center. And that's a done deal. And I know for a fact that I can open up some doors, as well as Dr. Molnar, with hospitals in Shanghai, China. And that's just one portion. But if we can get, as you said, if we can get police talking to police, firemen talking to firemen, paramedics talking to other paramedics, and find out what is your needs, wants, and desires. I mean, that's fantastic. You know, I believe there's a power greater than ourselves that runs our lives. You know, and I don't care who you are or where you come from or what your background is. We all have a heart. And if we can share that with each other, we can, you know, things will happen beyond your wildest dreams. And I really enjoy the fact that you're here this evening. You know, this is funny how this worked out, because this was not planned. I mean, I didn't know you were in town, and you know, I didn't know about the meetings today or anything like that. And we were going to have this gentleman from Buchanan City, Liberia. And before I go any further, I apologize. I didn't mean to demote you to being the ambassador of Buchanan City.
You know, you're coming to James Hunter.
Yeah, I just meant that I forgot you're in charge of the whole ball game. And no, seriously, all kidding aside, I can tell you this much for this man right here. And I talk from my heart. I don't care what people think about me. I talk about what's inside me.
Yeah.
And that's, I'll give you 1,000%. I'll give you everything I got.
Thank you.
And I can tell you that Miss Wendy, Michael, Taryn, the guy that's helping to put this out live tonight, Larry Bell, I can tell you that everybody, Brown, Hunter, Dr. Molnar, Ruben Gonzalez, all the folks that are involved with Sister Cities, Lei Zhang, Jinling, Zhang, everybody, we'll give you everything we got.
Good. Thank you.
In any way, all we ask is, please reciprocate. Please help us to make you better, and in that, we can become better.
Thank you.
My goal is to have all 6 of the sister cities together as one whole group, and that we can help each other. I'll give you an example. The guys know that I retired, but I work also at Home Depot my wife told me I had to go get a job. I was driving her crazy. So I had to go get a job. And I was waiting on a customer the other day. And I asked this lady, I said, gee, I said, where are you from? And she said, oh, I'm from the Ukraine. And I said, wow. I said, well, we have a sister city in Ungung, Moldova. She says, I know that. And I sat there, I was shocked. I said to her, I said, excuse me, you know that? She says, oh yeah, everybody over there knows that. And I can tell you, for the guys and all the gals that are sitting here now, we'd be like, you're kidding, really? They really know about us? And they said, yeah. They said, you guys are a big deal over there. We want to be a big deal with everybody. You know, it's not just that we can meet once a month or we can say we're the sister cities or whatever. What can we do? How can we help? We had for about 2 years until the economy got bad and the virus and everything, we were bringing doctors over from China to study here, but not just to study here, but to also share with our doctors the different things that they have over there that we could use. What you said tonight is fantastic. I hope and pray that we can stay together, work together, and I'll tell you what, you'll have all my contact information, and I don't care if it's in midnight or 4 o'clock in the morning. If you need to talk to me or you need some help, you can call me any time of the day or night.
Thank you.
I mean that. I mean that sincerely.
Thank you.
And I know you know that we've got a good group. If you don't mind, I would like to ask Michael or Wendy or Taryn.
Of shared services. I do stuff with SCI Africa, and there have been some cities that have had some emergency service transfers between cities. So what you're talking about is something that has been done previously, and it's been successful in those cities. So there is a model out there, I'll say that. So you can reach out to other people. Maybe I can send you something about emergency services. There was a PowerPoint that someone put together, and you might be able to talk to, maybe we collectively can talk to the city. Seems like it was Los Angeles that did something, but I'll try and find that, and I can get that to the group.
All right. Thank you.
Wendy?
Okay, it's been a really honor to have you here to join us meeting tonight, although it's a little bit surprise. And besides serving as a vice chairperson of the committee, and I'm also working at Winston-Salem State University. This is a historic Black university at Winston-Salem. So by echoing what Dave said, and our organization will build up the connection between people to people and in different areas, the arts, education, the business, civic service, et cetera, So we welcome all the good ideas, and just let us know what we can work together. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Aaron.
I'm looking forward to working with you.
Thank you.
My brothers here, Honorable Brown and Dr. Honda, who have been very, very useful to our community and indeed to our country. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ambassador Patton, likewise, I want to thank you for being with us tonight. It's definitely an honor and a privilege to meet you and to see you in person. I look forward to continuing to build the relationship and strengthen the relationship between Winston-Salem and the Liberian nation. On the technology side, I know utilizing technology can can eliminate the distance between our two, I guess, Winston-Salem and the Liberian people. So I look forward to partnering with anyone on your end, as well as we continue to share not only in maybe social media, but through articles, through maybe technology symposiums, anything that we can do on the technology side as well to continue to strengthen our relationship. And I look forward to working with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
But I'm curious about something. Ambassador, what are some of the things that you foresee that you need that we could do for you?
You want to speak that?
No,
I know I'm putting you on the spot, but
what we talk about today with the meeting, but let's look at the low hanging fruit.
Let's talk about training for facilities, opportunities for our firemen, for police officers. We look for firefighting equipment. We're looking for medical equipment. I mean, for our hospitals, for a long time, we have not had the most up-to-date medical equipment to be able to diagnose and provide treatment to our people. And we're looking for, in the field of education, we're looking for books for our libraries. We have books that are outdated. A couple of years ago, there was someone close to me who was doing a master's program in one country in Africa, Kenya. And they were doing their thesis on the role of women in leadership. And then they went to Liberia to do that research, and they couldn't find books. The books in the library were so very old, obsolete. We're trying to update the books, get rid of the old ones, and replace them. We're trying to ensure that our cities are clean, city cleaning equipment that we need to be able to ensure that the fields and dirt is not found in our cities. These are some of the things that will come to mind right now, but there is a lot more that we could present.
okay. Yeah, that's kind of
In terms of training, providing training for that there are folks back home, kids back home who want to be doctors, who have who graduated from college with great GPAs, who were just sitting there, who were looking for an opportunity to be trained and for scholarships to go into the medical field and study. Others who want to specialize in various disciplines as well. So whatever that can be done, we'll appreciate that.
do you have a nursing program over there right now?
Yeah, we have the government institution we call it TNIMA. It needs a lot of help. There are other private institutions also in Liberia that are providing nursing training, but at the government level, there's a lot that we could do to strengthen it.
Because I know for a fact that Winston-Salem State University that Wendy was just speaking to you about, they have an excellent nursing program, and that Baptist Medical Center and quite a few of the others are searching all around the world to help bring nurses to the United States, but also to bring that same nursing structure back to your countries as well. I'm sitting here just thinking to myself, man, where have you been? We've been looking for you for a long time.
I am right here. I have found you now. You will soon find out that I don't go away now that I've found you.
Yeah, and also talking about the training education exchange, and Winston-Salem State, does have a very, very good nursing program and also business program. And actually, I work Department of World Language and Culture, and I'm the chairperson of the department, and we offer Swahili in the department. And I have 3 faculty members actually come from Africa. and we had study abroad in Kenya before, and my student also went to Ghana. So if anything like this two-way student coming to the United States, or we can send a student over there to your place, build up this kind of exchanging program, that would be great.
Okay. I believe we can work on that. I will have Mr. Brown and Dr. Honda do the program, see how we can talk about that.
We have the international program. We have a sort of kind of a memo. So if there's any interest, we can start from there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
If we could, right, you know, I'm the kind of person, I don't want to, gee, we had a great meeting and now what? You know what I mean? I mean, what do we do? If you wouldn't mind, or maybe Mr. Brown and James Hunter could do this as well, to kind of put together maybe 5 or 10 bullet points of things that you would foresee that we need to use as a template to get this program started. The one that you were talking about with the city manager and everything, to see how now we have a template, and let's see how we can piece by piece put this together and then work with you. And are you often here in the States, or do you only come maybe once a year, or how do you normally travel?
Let me share with you, and I'll answer that question. He resides here in Washington, D.C.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, he's the ambassador here representing the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And so he resides in Washington, D.C.
Good.
And
Good.
what you talk about bullet points, and one of the things that we want to push really is the you know, getting the city council informed that the sister city is also partnering with us to make this possible, as far as working with the fire and emergency services and those things. I'll go as far as to say the mayor pro tem has been pushing this, and she's aware of it. James Taylor is also another one that's aware of it, and others. And the city manager is actually on board with it. Okay. He just wants more people involved, and this is a great way to get the sister city involved in something that is going to turn out to be, I believe, one of the awesome wonders for not just for Liberia, but also for sister city and Winston-Salem as a whole, because this creates that kind of partnership that we always look forward to. And so that would be an opportunity that we don't want to miss.
And this is exactly what I'm saying. I want to get the bullet points, okay, so that you and all of us together and the rest of the group, we can get together, make the contacts with the different departments in the city, and put together a viable program that the ambassador can buy into and we can buy into, and then maybe have the ambassador come back, and all of us, we go to the city council as a total group and make the presentation at a city council meeting. And right. I know the way we do it is we would go to a government meeting first, and we would make the presentation there, and then we go to the city council, and then they vote and to see, you know, how they feel about it. But I can see no problem with it whatsoever. And if we can walk in there with Baptist Medical Center, the chief of police, the sheriff's department, all these different places, the paramedics, fire department, everyone. If we can go in there with one solid program, we don't want to go in there and just say, yeah, we're going to do this. We like to do this. If we can just get that template put together and then go connect everybody to it and then present it as a solid program that we're going to do. So thinking of doing, we're going to do it.
Right. So I want to add that the city already, like I said, they're on board. They just want the sister city to, instead of us trying to do the heavy lifting by going to the different departments like fire and police and all that, Lee Garrity is already on board, and he's reaching out to all of those. In fact, he told us today that because I mentioned to him I wanted to bring Sister City on board and mention it to them. He said, yeah, that's a great idea. But then he also went as far as to say he's going to let his team know that this is happening. So the wheels are already turning. It's just a matter of us being able to go to the city council and say, look, we're partnering with the Liberian community, LOP, and we're working with our sister city, and this is what we want to do. And they'll take it from there and do the heavy lifting. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, one thing I want is as well in this, and I would hope maybe the ambassador would want this as well, is that when we do this, I don't want it to be hidden in the corner somewhere.
No.
I want it out there so people will know what we're doing as a partnership. Otherwise, you know, what happens is, you know, somebody says, well, what are they doing with Buchanan City, Liberia? Gee, do they have a sister city? I didn't know they did. In other words, what I'm saying is that when we put this together, I want to make sure that the community here and the community there knows that. You know what I'm saying? I want to put a promotional campaign together as well with it.
Okay.
Agree, disagree, or?
We agree.
We agree.
Okay, good. Wow, this has turned out to be 1,000 times better than I ever dreamed this meeting would be tonight.
You must have woke up on the right side of the bed.
No. Actually, I stayed up until 3 o'clock in the morning watching movies. And my wife told me, she said, that's why you're tired today. Anyways, Mr. Ambassador, God bless you. Thank you. Please stay healthy. That's most important for everyone in your country. Please stay healthy.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you as well, you and your team.
Oh man, our prayers are with you 24/7. I mean, sincerely. Anybody got anything else we want to talk about before we sign off?
I have one more things to update with everyone. And David, as you recommended, we joined the North Carolina and the Hunan Business Forum as a representative of Winston-Salem State, Winston-Salem Sister City. Sorry. So the plan to have the forum was originally scheduled in October, but now due to various reasons, and it has been postponed to early December. So the planning committee is still working on that, but the meeting has been postponed until December. Yeah, for many reasons. Yeah, we'll keep you posted, and if there's anything, we know.
Yeah, I know. I've been in contact with Mrs. G. Just to kind of give you a quick overview, you know, we've got the Hunan project working in Shanghai, China. Now we have a fantastic project right here with not a project, it's a partnership working with Buchanan City. I would like to have the ambassador get to meet with Dr. Okukapa somewhere down the line here, and especially Michael too, because Michael is involved with a very large conference with all the African nations and sister cities. Guys, this could really do a lot for everybody. I mean, when I think of the people's lives that we can touch and the things that we can do, it's like I said, it's beyond anything we could ever dream of. Thank you, everybody, for tonight. If Mike, yes, I'm sorry, I hear you.
Yeah, that's okay. This is something that's sort of new. There's a gentleman in Eldoret, Kenya, who, because of that work that I've done with Sister Cities International, we've spent some time on a project, and Eldoret is actually sister cities with Minneapolis and with Scottsdale, but the gentleman wanted me to bring up the possibility of them being sister cities with us as well. I said I would present it at the meeting. I don't know how multiple sister city connections work, and evidently it happens, but he asked me to bring it up, and that's what I'm doing.
I am getting so many, there's another town in China that wants to come on board too. And as I've always said, if a sister city wants to be a sister city, then there's got to be some people there to help keep it going. No one person can do it alone. I don't know. We can take it to the group, of course. It's the group conscience. But I'm sitting here right now thinking, while we're trying to do the project with Buchanan City, Liberia, we've got one going in Shanghai, and we've got one, like you said, with all the different African nations. I don't know. Well, maybe we can, maybe we can't. But right now, I don't see where we have enough folks to really do it justice. I don't want to bring it on and just have it in name, and then we're not doing anything. I don't know. Does anybody agree with that or disagree? Or, you don't want to say, well, I'm here, here, and here, but you're not doing anything. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense to anybody?
Oh, it does. It does.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, it does make sense, but let's not dismiss it because and give it some time to think about it till our next communication, and we'll something we can revisit after we have given it some thought.
Oh yeah. I'm really. I want to put all of our. How shall I say it? Put all of our works and all of our effort into Buchanan City, Liberia right now. Let's get that going. Let's get that moving. Because I know, Wendy and I know, Shanghai, they'll jump in a minute. I mean, some of the doctors and everybody over there, regardless of governments or anything, they'll jump in a minute. They'll help out.
I'll tell you all the truth. The thing with Liberia, that train is already moving, and this is a great time for Sister City to really jump in and let's get it going together, and we can accomplish great things together. And just not to keep you too long. The ambassador has another engagement, and so we're going to move on to that engagement. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to sign off here in a few minutes. And but I just wanted to leave you with that. I think we should really consider Kenya as well, and in our next communication. But just to remind you that the train for Liberia and the activities and all that we presented tonight is already moving with the city, and most of them are already on board. It is just great for Sister City to get on board and get that going. So I think that'll be great.
Mr. Brown, let me share something with you. We're going to drive that train.
Amen. Amen. So you're in charge. You're going to be in charge of that locomotive.
Hey, man, let me tell you what. You're talking about a guy from New Jersey. I don't play. We're going to drive that train. We're going to make that happen. You can take that to the bank, sir.
Amen.
For sure.
Amen.
Mr. Ambassador, God bless you. Thank you so much for coming here. And please do not be a stranger. You can come visit us anytime. Anytime you're welcome.
He's on another call right now, but I just want to close by saying, Dave, and you and the other folks of the board, I want to thank you heavily for your involvement in all the visitations of our government officials, in particular, the former President Ellie Johnson Sirleaf. The citizens were very involved in that. You were opportune to make a statement and sat next to her. And I was a little bit jealous of you, but anyway. So we had a real good time. And so I want to thank City for all that you continue to do. And to just close by informing you that our President Brown, he will be 1 year older on November 1.
How old will he be?
I don't know. Don't put me in trouble.
How old will you be, Mr. Brown?
I'll be 51, Dave.
Mr. Brown,
I just passed the half-century mark.
Let me share something with you, Mr. Brown. I have socks older than you.
Watch out there now.
Hey, man, God bless all you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
We'll stay in touch with each other. All right?
All right.
Stay healthy.
Thank you.